for the dars that we have, I'm going to read out what the promised Messiah ﷺ said on 10th of March 1908. दीनी ज़रूरियात के अंजाम देने के वास्ते चंदों की ज़रूरत हज़रत सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को भी पेश आई. To fulfill religious duties, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he also needed people's contribution. देखो हमारी जमात जो इस वक्त 4 लाख या उससे भी ज़्यादा है, अगर इसमें सिर्फ 10,000 आदमी जो ख्वाह गरीब इंसान ही हो और इखलास से ज़रूरत दीनी के वास्ते अपने नफ्स पर वो अगर सिर्फ 8 आने माहवार मुकर्रर कर लें और इल्तज़ाम से माहवार अदा करते रहें तो 5,000 रुपया माहवार की एक काफ़ी आमदनी, काफ़ी इमदाद दीनी ज़रूरियात की अंजामदही के वास्ते पहुँच सकती है. Look, my organization now have 400,000 members or more. From among these, if only 10,000, even if they are poor peasants, they make it incumbent upon themselves to give 8 annas a month, which will be about 50p a month, I suppose, and make sure that it's paid monthly. Then it will be 5,000 rupees a month, which will be sufficient to fulfill religious needs. And then Hazrat Sahab says how it will be achieved. ये अमर जफाकश, मेहनती और दयानतदार वाज़ों के ज़रिए से अच्छी तरह पूरा हो सकता है. This can be done through people who are hard working, not people, missionaries who are hard working and honest, जो लोगों को दीनी ज़रूरियात से आगाह करते रहें, who make people aware of the religious needs. I've read this out because Nasir Ahmad Farooqi used to say, Hazrat Sahib has said, we don't need missionaries, all we need are books. Apart from the fact that if you don't have missionaries, who's going to write the books? But that's another question. Hazrat Sahib here clearly says, ध्यानदार वाज़ों के ज़रिए से अच्छी तरह हो सकता है. It can be carried out, it can be done through honest missionaries or preachers would be the exact translation. सिलसिला खतूत के देखने से पता लगता है कि किस कदर लोगों के ख़त हर रोज़ बैत के वास्ते आते हैं. If you look at the letters that we receive, then you'll be able to see how many people send letters every day or how many people's letters we receive every day for taking the pledge. यूं भी कोई हफ्ता खाली नहीं जाता कि 10-20 आदमी बैत न करते हैं. And no week goes without 10 or 20 people entering into the pledge. अब इस तरह बैत के रजिस्टरों की तादाद में तो रोज़ अफज़ा तरक्की है. Now the register of pledgees or the registers of pledgees are increasing in number. मगर ये रजिस्टर यानी बाकायदा चंदा दहंदगान का, but this register, that is those who regularly regularly pay subscription, अपनी उसी हालत में is in the same condition. इसमें कोई नुमाया तरक्की नहीं होती. There is no progress, there is no increase in this register. And then Hazrat Sahib says, he says other things, that people come and they take the pledge and they leave. Then he says, मगर उनको ज़रूरियात सिलसिला से मुतला करने का कोई काफ़ी ज़रिया नहीं. But we have no means of informing them of the needs of our organization. हमारे ख्याल में मौलवी फ़तेह दीन साहब भी इस काम के लिए मौजूद है. I think मौलवी फ़तेह दीन is an appropriate person, is a suitable person for this task. So here we are. Here Hazrat Sahib is himself appointing a preacher, he is appointing a missionary. आदमी मुखलिस दयानतदार है. The person is sincere and honest. और उनकी कलाम भी मौसर है, एंड ही इज़ एलोक्वेंट। उनकी पंजाबी नज़म जो इस मुल्क की माजरी ज़ुबान है और जिसे लोग खूब समझते हैं, वो भी अच्छी मौसर है। His poem that he wrote in Punjabi, which is the mother tongue of this area, and it's understood by people, that is very eloquent. मेरे ख्याल में उनके ज़रिए तबलीग और शाम इशात का काम भी होता रहेगा, and through him we can also do the work of propagation and preaching. और चंदा की वसूली का भी बाकायदा इंतज़ाम हो जाएगा, and it will also be a suitable arrangement for getting subscriptions. I have read this out to you because there is this misconception based on what some elders of our Jammat have said, that you don't need missionaries, just write books. Hazrat Sahib has said we only need books. Hazrat Sahib said that in a particular context. Someone wrote to him and he said that Aligarh is a place where Muslims go and they get educated and they get BAs and MAs. Why don't we get a few of those people and send them to England for propagation? It was in reply to that Hazrat Sahib said they may have done a BA or an MA, but do they know about religion? They don't know anything about Islam. They don't know anything about religion. And even their character may be such that it will actually have a bad impact on the people of the country where they go. And we've seen that with our own eyes, that lots of Maulvis and so on have come to the UK, and their antics have actually driven people away from Islam rather than bring them to Islam. So Hazrat Sahib's exact words are, ऐसे लोगों से बेहतर है कि उम्दा उम्दा तालीफें अंग्रेजी जुबान में तर्जुमा करा के वहाँ भेजी जाए. Rather than these people, it is better that we prepare some extra literature in English language and send it to Europe. If Hazrat Sahib didn't believe in missionaries, producing missionaries and preachers and sending them out for propagation, why would he say this at this time? So when you do something, you have to look at its context, just like the verses of the Quran that we discussed today. They have to be looked at in their context. You can't just say, I remember Allah when I'm sitting, standing and reclining, and I don't need to say my Fajr, Zuhur, Asr, Salat, etc.